Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. It's Allison, and today I am sharing with you a new Cricut designed and created scrapbooking layout. This layout is a mixed media layout, and it features some stamping, it features hand stitching, of course, and it features all kinds of die cuts, as per my normal. So I began with some stamping. I had these like brush stroke stamps in my stash. They're from Close to My Heart, and I thought they would look really cool on the clouds. So I stamped them in sea glass ink, which is also from Close to My Heart. It's an older ink pad. It's no longer sold at Close to My Heart, but it's one of my favorite colors. I also decided to ink the edges of the clouds. I did toy with hand stitching them, but decided instead just to ink them, and I think that was perfect. The sun, which was a full sun, I cut it down, not so much in half, maybe more like 3/4, 1/4. I cut the bottom quarter off. I hand stitched it using yellow embroidery floss. I used all 6 strands, and then I glued it to my layout base. And then, as you can see, there is mixed media in the background. I just used the packaging technique to create the mixed media. I did that all off camera. Actually, truth be told, I was on a FaceTime call with my BFF while I was doing it. It was a great way to kill some time while we were chatting. So I prepared my white cardstock with some gesso. I let it air dry. I like applying it with a paintbrush. I find that the application makes it like thin enough that the dry time is really quick. So if you're looking for a good way to apply your gesso, that's how I do it. And I just use like a standard paintbrush. So that's done. I got the clouds adhered over top of my sun. I thought they were straight, but they look kind of crooked now. But I still think in real life they look straight. It's just fine. I also wanted to add a scallop border to cover up the edge that I cut on the sun. So I added 2 different scallop borders. They were also cut with my Cricut. And I decided to staple this polka dot one just to give it a little bit more bling and interest. I'm also trying to utilize my stapler a little bit more frequently, and I thought that was a good way to utilize it. So now that those are down, I'm working on some palm trees. I've got 2 palm trees that they're the same, but I flipped them when I was designing this layout. So one is facing to the left, and then the other one is going to be facing to the right into the layout, just to give it a little bit of like difference is the only word that's coming to my mind, just to make them look a little bit different, so they're not both facing the same way or headed in the same direction. I also, on a whim, decided to add 2 floral die cuts from my stash. I've mentioned them before in my videos. I still don't know where they came from, but I had 2 left and I used both of them up. They did originally come from Paper Issues scrapbooking kit sometime in the past. So definitely check out the Paper Issues shop for no hassle scrapbooking kits. There's no sub, which I think is perfect. And so when I'm able to, when I can fit it into my budget, I like to order a scrapbooking kit from Cassie. I'll leave the link down in the description box down below, so if you wanted to check out her shop, you know where to go. I'll also leave links for the Close to My Heart products as well. So there's the one floral die cut, and then the other one is over on the right side of the layout. I'm going to adhere my picture over top of it. I printed it at 2 by 2 inches, and then I matted some pattern papers that coordinated with the colors in today's layout behind it. They're also 2 by 2 inches, but I adhered them askew, all wonky, so that you could still see them poking out from behind the picture. Next, what am I doing? Oh, Okay, so I'm adding a little bit more stamping to my layout as well. I wanted to include some stamping to finish off my title. I used Sage ink, this is from Close to My Heart once again, to stamp the rest of the title because the die cut portion of the title was also cut from Sage cardstock. So I wanted to keep the entire title in the same color family. So I used Simply Said Close to My Heart stamp set to stamp the word my. So the entire title is My Sanctuary. This layout is about my family taking over my two most sacred places in our house, the places that I go to escape. I no longer have them, but on the bright side, even though I don't have them, we've made some pretty awesome memories hanging out in the places that are most special to me in my house. So that's what this layout is about. I am doing something now. Oh, I'm adding the journaling. I couldn't see behind my little thing here on my screen what I was doing. I wrote it in strips, trimmed them out with my scissors, and then glued them to the layout base with foam squares. That brings me to the end of my layout. You got the close-ups here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this layout inspired you. I hope you enjoyed my video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and a like. I just want to welcome all my new subscribers too. I'm so glad that you're here and that you're joining me on my creative journey. I will be back again soon with more creative inspiration. Happy Monday and happy Indigenous Peoples Day. I'll be back again soon. Bye, friends.